Hey guys, welcome back to Hype RC. In today's video, we're going to go over the INJORA Tarantula build that I just got finished with. In a previous video, I actually sat the INJORA Tarantula and the INJORA Kangroo chassis side by side and did a comparison. I'll have a link for that at the end of this video. But today, we're going to go over the finished build on the Tarantula. We're going to get up close with it on the bench, and then we're going to take it out to the rocks and see how well it performs. Stick around and check it out. Let's take an up-close look at the new INJORA Tarantula build that we've done. So this is basically a 1/18 scale Capra build. I got it in the clear and did a custom orange paint job on it, and we've done kind of an INJORA and Trill livery on it, and it has come out very nice. Let's talk about all the upgrades that we have installed on here. So these are the new King Trekker 58mm INJORA tires. We've got those mounted on some 1.0 INJORA 5-spoke orange wheels. We have the new INJORA high clearance stainless steel links, and then we have the INJORA drive shafts, INJORA front brass diff cover, the INJORA spherical diffs inside. We have the factory Traxxas shocks with aluminum bodies and 25 weight oil. Then we installed the 7 kilogram waterproof INJORA servo, and if you notice, I had to do some custom work on the hood because this actually comes up under full compression a lot higher than that hood was allowing it to do. But now that I've got that cleared out, we have full articulation on this and it's performing very well. We have the Holmes Hobby 180 87 turn brushed motor connected to a factory transmission with the INJORA steel low gear set in there, the factory battery tray. We have the factory ESC, and we are also running the factory TQ controller on here. I have some Trill brass steering knuckles, and then this new JKA front steering link that has ball joints in it. It is very nice, and then an INJORA metal servo horn on this. So I'm really happy with the way this build has turned out. Let's get it out to the rocks and see how well it performs. Alright guys, I had an absolute blast getting out and test running this INJORA Tarantula Capra build. So let's go over the pros and the cons of this rig. We'll start off with the pros, and the number one pro for this is how lightweight this chassis is. It weighs about 1/3 of what the Ford Bronco and Defender bodies both weigh, so it lowers your center of gravity by a huge amount. And the front approach angle and departure angle on this rig are absolutely amazing. It gives you a lot of clearance, and without having to worry about fender wells or wheel wells, you can put about as large as a 1.0 tire as you want on this rig and be able to grip and crawl over anything that you put out in front of it. Then the light bar that came with this is extremely bright. It plugs directly into the factory ESC, so if you do plan on doing any night crawling or later in the evening crawling, this thing will light up the course in front of you with absolutely no problem. So let's talk about a few of the cons with this rig. The number one con con for this is the hood that they have designed for this rig. I don't know what they were thinking, but you can only run a vertical servo with this chassis. It will not accept a horizontal lay down servo. The chassis is not wide enough in the front to be able to do that. So the fact that you have to do that, and that they did not make enough clearance for that vertical servo to come up and not run into the hood, would limit the front stroke on your suspension very, very much on this rig. So I highly recommend doing some custom work to that hood and getting rid of all that material up there and allowing you to be able to have full articulation and compression of the front suspension on this rig. The next con for this rig is the very tiny screws that come with this. You just have to take your time putting this rig together. If you go too fast, if you over tighten them, you're going to strip them out very easily, and you're going to scrap this chassis very, very quickly. So just take your time putting it together, and if you do, it will be okay. But if you get in too big of a hurry and start torquing these down, you're going to ruin it pretty fast. And it's only $34, so you can't beat that. But all in all, the rig gets an 8 out of 10 for me. The hood thing is kind of a big problem, and INJORA is going to have to try to address that and figure out what they're going to do for future builds or replacements for people that have already purchased it. So don't forget to support your local hobby shop. Bash, crawl, repeat. Hit that subscribe and like button for me and ring that bell so you can catch my next video. We'll see you next time.